Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watchlist. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today to open the mailbag once again. But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Could you pretty please leave a like and subscribe to our channel? Leave a comment down below your feedback on the show, thoughts, feelings, comments, queries, all that jazz in our comments below.
Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one, including What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next. We looked at Jurassic Park, Rebirth.
Dinosaurs.
Then, Dinosaurs, classic. I did it again. That's 4 days in a row.
It's Jurassic World?
Jurassic World,
yeah,
Rebirth.
I think you always had it.
Sorry, guys. Then we did AFI Top 100, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh.
Hannah loves that movie.
I love that movie so much.
She did. Then we looked at movie news where we ranked our favourite elements of Superman movies and Superman TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a lockout draft for us. And yeah, it was
Review
interesting.
Superman. Today is all about Mailbag, and it's all the letters and correspondence from your fans.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's start off with, are there any hidden gems on streaming platforms that you think people are total sleeping on? Kev from Toronto.
Yeah.
Canada is one of our big go-tos for listeners and
Canada.
watchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan. I love Mounties. I gotta tell you, I love Mounties.
Yeah. I used to love a show called Due South.
Oh.
I had a Mountie and a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hidden gems? It's hard for me because I think...
Have you ever been to Canada?
No, I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
There's a hidden bench in a park. That's sorry. I have a huge Arrow was filmed there, and there's a bench in a park dedicated to
Babes.
the ship in it.
We know.
But particularly with movies, unfortunately I do watch a lot of the really bad rom-coms and on there. None of them come to mind highlighted, especially because most of them are popular.
Yeah.
But the only thing is that there was a cancelled show on Amazon Prime I loved, and I wish more people watched it or showed love about it, and that was My Lady Jane.
Oh, yeah. It's one of your faves.
It's a what-if scenario where they added fantasy elements into it, and it sets up a really interesting season 2. And I think the chemistry and the story, anyone who's into that romantasy vibe. Romantasy, that's the genre. And enemies to lover kind of sort of thing, because the two, characters that have to be forced to marry kind of don't like each other.
Yeah.
But they also kind of find each other really super attractive, and it works. The show is really ridiculous and over the top, but you kind of get with the vibe, and it's a show I wish got a second chance at life.
My Lady Jane on Amazon, Hannah's hidden gem.
Yeah.
My hidden gem is Nonnas, starring the great Vince
God.
Vaughn, Susan Sarandon, Talia Shire, and love that movie. And it is on Netflix, and you should watch it. It is very good.
It's a feel-good movie of the year.
I was crying like a baby in that movie. Crying like a baby in that movie. It's about a guy who loses his mum and uses the money that she left him to open a restaurant with grandmothers in the community, and Lorraine Bracco's in it as well. Cooking their favourite dish. It's based on a true story. Love it.
Yeah.
Hannah, Tyler from Atlanta writes, what's a show or movie that you tried to get into because everyone else was talking about it but you just couldn't? I'll answer for both of us here.
Yeah.
There's only one answer. It's called Andor.
Yeah.
Mate, everyone has told us to watch Andor. We tried. We couldn't even get to the bit where...
apparently Andy Serkis is in the show. We never got to it. We never got to it.
4 episodes in. I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
4 episodes in.
I think we only saw half of the episode 4.
Slow burn.
Look...
We should try and watch it again, actually.
We should, especially because people talk about the season 2 being incredible.
Incredible, yeah.
I get it. For me, my favorite part of Star Wars is more the fantasy elements more than the political intrigue.
Yeah.
So, I like the lightsabers, and I like, if we're gonna go different, we go Mandalorians. I like, it's a struggle because maybe I do prefer the action to the drama.
It's
very rare for me, but
Mads via Threads. You can follow us on Threads if you'd like.
Yeah.
She writes, Is there a character you love so much that you would love to see a spin-off like movie or TV show about them?
You want to go first?
I've always wanted a spin-off where either Sam Seaborn is running for president in West Wing or Zoe and Charlie are together and they're running for
in
office.
West Wing?
Yeah, I would love that.
Incredible.
West Wing is my favourite show of all time and I would love spin-off. Movie-wise, I would love... movie-wise, spin-off... I probably... no, it's a good question. I really like the Hobbs and Shaw movie. That's a good spin-off movie.
Yeah, like the delving into that universe and going further into it.
I wouldn't mind a in the Mission Impossible realm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a Haley Atwell spin-off movie or a White Widow spin-off movie.
Yeah, as you were saying, the Mission Impossible, Angela Bassett is president in the most recent one, but she was head of the CIA.
Get her running for office? You want her?
And so I kind of wanted to know, like, not just her journey, like maybe how does she go from like, you know, the head and, you know, all the way to president? Like she's an actually interesting character, and yes, she is like kind of a corny president, which I love.
Yeah.
Other movies, I don't know. The idea of White House movies do work. When you see a movie with a president you like, seeing them try to get into office is always like that.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, Jamie Foxx is president. I've always like loved White House Down, Jamie Foxx president.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was Obama. So
yeah, he was the Obama type, but you know, I think it's good.
Good one.
I love that kind of stuff.
Good question. Thanks, Matt. Which show or film had the best needle drop, the perfect song for the perfect scene? Eli from Seattle. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Go.
The movie I always think of when I'm like, best noodle drop, it always comes to mind is Secretariat. So at the final corner, when Secretariat is like just ahead, you get the quote of the quote of the trumpet's sound, and then I have like it just starts blaring,
and then the thundering hooves.
The thundering hooves. Yeah. It's so horse racing movies, especially the way Secretariat does that ending bit when you just know it's gonna win. It's just so triumphant. I always think of that song. I always think of as soon as like anyone's about to win something, I always think of that bit. It's just I don't know.
The best needle drop for me, and just brought me so much emotion when I heard it.
Yeah.
Was Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2 when Yondu died and they played Father and Son by Yusuf Islam or Cat Stevens.
Yes.
He made it when he was Cat Stevens, but his name's Yusuf Islam now.
Yep.
That song, Father and Son, banger.
When it drops,
he plays that, tears.
Yeah.
Mate. Oh,
it was one of the...
Yeah. Like that movie had another great needle drop with...
The Chain.
Oh, that's a great needle drop.
Yeah.
Great question. Thanks, Eli.
Yep.
Thanks for listening and watching. Katie writes, you're stuck on a long-haul flight, Hannah. And you can only down those 3 things to watch. What are you choosing?
Oh, man. Nowadays, I know the movies. I've actually been on a long-haul flight and I've played 2 movies back to back. But I will say what I'd want if I was stuck on a plane.
Yep.
Would probably be like, problematic choices. I'd probably just pick Calamity Jane, Seven Brides to Seven Brothers.
Seven Brothers.
And then, this is a weird choice, but Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because these are 3 movies I've watched over and over again, even in the same sitting, that I can just keep doing it no matter what, because I've used them. I used to, when I would study, I'd just have that on and just repeat the movie, and they never get boring to me. They're just constant chatter.
I would go Rocky 3.
Oh.
I never
because you get to watch 2 at the same time.
I never get sick of that movie.
But you get to watch the ending of 2 and then you get to watch 3.
Rocky 3. I would definitely choose that. I would probably choose... good question. I would choose...
Yeah, other 2 movies. Things that you can play on repeat?
I would probably choose Tenet.
Of course.
I would probably
Especially the
choose
bit
Tenet.
when they crash a plane on a
I
plane.
love Tenet. I love Tenet. You know I love Tenet. I would watch that movie
Don't be so
right
dramatic.
now. I might turn it on right now. That would be thing. And then I would probably pick a Will Ferrell movie. Either
Talladega Nights or...
probably Anchorman
Oh,
probably that or Old School.
Old School?
Yeah. I do. I
Other
am
guys?
partial for Wedding Crashers.
Oh,
like
you
Wedding
do
Crashers.
love the Wedding Crashers.
I do have that on my Apple account. So probably a Will Ferrell movie. Probably actually The Other Guys.
Yeah, the other guys.
Yeah, that'd be my three. So The
Yeah.
Other Guys, Rocky 3, and Tenet would be my three.
The correct answer is always Crazy Rich Asians.
That's a good movie. I love that movie. Okay, Hannah, if you had to pick, this is a great question.
Yeah.
I didn't get their name. That's bad for me. But if you had to pick one decade of movies to watch forever, 80s, 90s, 2000s, etc., which movie decade are you choosing?
See, I have a problem.
Yeah.
Because
You have
I do have a problem.
Yeah.
The more recent decades, there's so much more movies to choose from.
Yep.
Like, compared to going back, there's a lot, but there's more. In the recent years, there's a very big catalogue compared to what there used to be. However, I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to, I'm stuck with an era, that's it. I'm probably going to go...
Stuck with an era?
I'm stuck here. I hate to say it. I'd probably say the 50s, the 1950s.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for old movie musicals. I'm a sucker for old rom-coms, like this kind of the Doris Day style comedies stuff. I love these movies. I love finding new movies in different outlets and genres. It's an interesting thing. They're hard to find. So I find the 50s really interesting.
Yep.
I know it's not the best era because I would say, again, the later years have more to go for, but I always tend to be really excited when I find an old movie I've not seen before.
Yep. I think I'll go the 70s.
I hate the 70s, but I've realised there's a lot of good movies there.
Great movies in the 70s. I can watch Jaws. I can watch Godfather 1 and 2.
I
can watch Chinatown.
Yeah.
I can watch Rocky.
Yeah.
I can watch Star Wars.
You can.
I can watch the Flying High movie. I can watch Airplane. I can watch, all the Mel Brooks comedies.
Yeah, you are right with the 70s. I didn't realise it.
I can watch a lot of Barbra Streisand movies.
No, because the one I want to watch is locked out in the 60s, so I would not choose the 70s. But, yeah, I get what you're saying. But for me, there's just too much lockout.
The only other decade that would get even close to the 70s would be the 90s, because I grew up in the 90s, so you get Batman Returns, you get JFK.
You get Beauty and the Beast.
You've got Mail.
Okay.
Well,
that's the same as I was the 2000s. I'd hate choosing between the 2000s and the 2010s because 2010s has more movies I watched and enjoyed.
Yep.
And 10 has some of the best movies of all time. It has Speed Racer in there. But it's what do I choose?
Amazing question. Sorry.
It really is.
Sorry I dropped that.
It really is.
Off there, but whoever wrote that question.
Whatever decade you pick, you lock yourself out
Let
of the
us know
good
your
one.
favourite decade that you would choose, but I would go 70s.
Okay.
Okay. Last question. What's your opinion on the New York Times top 100 list? Now, they dropped a couple of weeks ago. We haven't done a podcast or a video dedication to it. Reason being is we're actually creating our own. So we don't want to sort of pollute our list by going through it. I haven't seen the whole list.
I haven't seen it.
I know Parasite's one.
Oh, really?
Parasite's one. That's the only thing I know.
I respect that, but also it's I forgot
but
that. It's so good.
We are going to create our own list. There's a period, I think in late August, early September, where it's pretty quiet. So we're going to do our own list.
Yeah. There is a struggle for movies.
So we'll do about 4 episodes. We'll do 20 in lots of 25.
Yeah.
And we'll go into detail all 25 movies on that list, why we chose it and stuff like that. And should you watch it and stuff like that. So that is the idea that we've come up. That's why we haven't done it. So when we do the episodes, we will talk about the New York Times list and how it compares in one of the episodes as well. So there you go.
you
Thanks,
go.
everyone, for the mailbag. We appreciate that. We'll do that again next month. Hannah,
That's me.
great week on the channel. Thanks for all your help, efforts.
Same.
Great work.
Same here.
Next week, Superman. We've seen it.
Man of Steel.
Don't want to go into. Do you want to go into it a little
tomorrow.
bit?
No, we can shock, surprise.
I think we want to see. I think we want to see it again. We've seen
Get
it twice. We want to see it again. Make sure.
Yeah.
We're all over that. But yeah, what's next? Check it out next week, and we'll go through a full review of James Gunn's Superman. And then we got On the Waterfront. You can get that on. You can rent that on Apple TV. And then we'll do movie news. And then next week we're back championship belt holder. And it's movie year 1973. So we'll do a whole lot of research in the year of 1973. And it's one of the reasons why I chose
the 70s
to watch all my movies. That is my lovely co-host, Hannah. Long live cinema. Until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.